Welcome one and all, whoever may be watching this, part 14, Baldur's Gate 3. Let's just jump into this because I'm not quite sure what's going to happen now that we have defended, in quotation marks, the Grove. Okay. So we need to loot. It was a very interesting battle, purely because all of my allies died in like the first, 4 rounds? I think there was a dude up here who hung in there for a little bit longer. One of the things that I've worked out with this game is the enemy AI, they will come to your characters in like the shortest route possible. So it's not like, you know, they breached the gate and they were all just going to encircle us and I'd be in trouble. I pretty much kept my characters close to the ladder because then I was just able to funnel all the enemies up the ladder, except for the troll, who actually got stuck on that bridge. I was so grateful because that just gave me room to fight Minthara. So I'm not like an expert at combat, but I can see patterns and work out how to use those systems to my advantage. As you can see, Astarion, perfectly healthy, took no damage during that whole thing. I just had him back doing pot shots, which was fantastic. Poor Karlak, she was amazing. But she did fall down once, as you can see, and then I had to use Shadowheart at the very end there to take on the troll.
This one is a true soul parasite. It can enhance you. You can absorb its potential. Open your mind to it. You already know how.
I'm going to treat this dream visitor as hostile. I'm going to close my mind and keep the parasite out.
You are not ready. That's all right. But try to overcome this resistance sooner rather than later. It will make things much easier for you.
Okay, I just couldn't believe...
For communal use, it seems. Best show some respect. Or some more cunning.
Oh, right, sorry, I can't loot allies. That's fair. That was my bad, I wasn't really paying attention. I was also in the middle of saying something and I don't remember what. Oh yeah, it was hilarious how all of my allies died in like the first however many rounds. I was just like, this is going to be impossible. Oh, maybe that's what... Hold on, is that... I don't know who's an ally and who's not at this point. I think I got that warning like back in like the second video and I didn't quite understand what was going on. Oh, hold on, Astarion wants to talk to me. Oh, you've been warned. Oh, I'm sorry, did I take something from someone else? I apologize.
You know, I've been thinking, and I think there's something I should tell you. Nothing big or terrible, just a small little detail about me that hasn't come up naturally.
You're a vampire?
It's just that I happen to be a... what's the best way to put this?
A vampire?
A vampire?
Well, yes, obviously.
Right. Well... glad we got that out the way. So... was there anything else?
What do you think is waiting for us at Moonrise Towers?
Who knows? Drow? Mind flayers? Death? Hopefully not ours. but maybe answers, if we can convince the right people to talk.
Okay, so let's just have a look at what we've got. Oh yeah, that's the bard one. This I need to get rid of that. We don't have a bard. I don't care about it. All that jazz. Ooh, gain +1 bonus to stealth checks. Advantage on constitution saving throws. Give me 12 armor? Why not? Let me embrace my drow heritage. And then what else did she have? Boots of striding. When you cast a spell that requires concentration, you gain momentum for 1 turn. Oh, while you're concentrating, you can't get knocked prone. Oh, that would be good for Shadowheart, I think. Because we did have some issues with concentration. That can also go to Shadowheart. Okay, and then these are just more arrow stuff, I guess. Oh, an alchemy pouch, camp supply sack, patch together sack, sure. Mind Flayer parasite specimen, excellent. Nice, okay, I don't think we've got anything else. A spiked shield, I think that's the same as what's her face. Spider's Lyre, okay, again we don't have a bard. Emerald ring, great axe. I think what's her face is already using a great axe. Sure, let's put those on. Again, just embrace my drow heritage. Her at ease clothes. What the mess? Oh, I guess that's what all of this stuff is. Oh, yeah, and that's where my underpants come into play. Alright, yeah. What's her... Can I see what that looks like? Maybe I'll try that out at camp. Okay, I think... Yeah, goblin drawing. Torch. I think that's all about... Oh, we could have equipped it... We could have thrown torches, maybe. And ignited stuff. I don't know. Anyways. I think we've more or less looted everyone I care about. We could try to sneak off and get Zevros stuff, but I think this last might get angry at me for that. So let's set up camp, I guess. Oh, I'm encumbered.
Good to go.
Let's do it.
Right, lead the way.
Have a drink.
I'm fine.
Loosen up, Icaron.
Okay, I'm heavily encumbered. Whoopsies. Let's try to get rid of some stuff. Okay, I guess we're talking to peeps? I don't know. Oh, hold on. Wrong person.
What path lies before me?
You know, I never pictured myself as a hero. Never thought I'd be the one they'd toast for saving so many lives. And now that I'm here... I hate it. This is awful.
It's not that bad. Think of all the goblins you killed.
True. That was fun. Still, I would have liked more for my trouble than a pat on the head and vinegar for wine.
True, the goblins would have thrown a wilder party.
I'm just looking for a little more excitement. A little more fun.
Living in constant peril isn't exciting enough for you?
Don't be so sour. I like a good time as much as anyone. You know, we could always make our own entertainment, darling. Get a little closer, so to speak.
Yeah, no, soz, my dude.
And here I mistook you for someone with taste. A pity. But have it your way. I'm happy to entertain myself.
All right, I'll leave you to that. Oh, this is where I can store stuff. Oh, of course. Am I, like, supposed to be talking to these tieflings? I don't particularly care. I'm just happy to sort of sleep. I dislike there being so many people in my camp.
Better not be cursed.
A fine camp you have here. My apologies for showing up unannounced. I am Halsin, first druid of the Emerald Grove, which you saved. Thank you.
Hey, I was looking for you. You're welcome, I suppose.
Don't worry, I'm not here just to sing your praises. I believe I can help with your tadpole.
I know.
I sensed what was done to you from afar. Now let me confirm it. I need to know exactly what we're dealing with.
We were looking for you. Why is that not a dialogue option? What's going on?
Oak Father preserve you, child. You're infected, aren't you? The Mind Flayer's spawn. But something's different. You're aware of the monster inside you. You don't bow to the Absolute like the true souls do. How is this possible?
I escaped from an Illithid ship after being infected. Maybe the process was interrupted?
Perhaps. But I wouldn't want to place all my faith in blind luck. I was right to seek you out. You're after a cure for this parasite. There's a chokehold of magic, binding the creature to you. Any efforts to remove it would almost certainly kill you. Or worse.
You learned all this from your studies?
Indeed. After we dealt with the drow that ambushed us, Nettie and I were able to inspect the corpse, and the creature that slithered out of it. I had no idea anyone beyond their ranks was infected. You have my sincere sympathies.
The magic you mentioned, isn't it normal for these parasites?
No. This is different. Altered. But I believe I know where answers can be found. Moonrise Towers. That place is where the cultists send their captives. Innocents go in, true souls come out. It has to be the source of this magic.
And you think I'll find a cure if I find this source at Moonrise?
Precisely. If we can understand just what this magic is, then perhaps we can rid you of this parasite. It's immensely powerful, whatever it is. Strong enough to slow ceremorphosis to a crawl. Luckily, that gives you more time.
We get a cure, and the chance to hit these arseholes where they live. Sounds good to me.
Moonrise Towers? What is that place?
An ancient citadel, abandoned for years. And for very good reason. Until these cultists took over.
There's no time to spare then, to Moonrise Towers.
Wait, please. There's more. The whole region around Moonrise is shrouded in a curse. A shadow curse. For years now, this curse has consumed all light and life. It spits out only darkness and despair. Few survive long. Those who do are transformed by the curse. It is not a place to venture into lightly.
What do you suggest?
You could go overland, along the Risen Road or through the mountains. Easier at first, but you'll run into the shadow curse eventually. You could also go under. There is a tunnel somewhere in the ruined Temple of Selûne. It leads to Moonrise Towers through the Underdark. Long ago, a man called Ketheric Thorm built a secret stronghold deep down there, before rallying a whole army of Dark Justiciars, Shah worshippers.
Dark Justiciars. I must see for myself.
You have.
Aradin and his lot were looking for a way down there. They were promised riches if they retrieved a relic called the Night Song. But I think there's more. From this stronghold, Ketheric's forces could access both the Temple of Selûne and Moonrise Towers. But he was defeated before he could launch an attack. If you can find this place, I'll wager it will reveal a path to Moonrise Towers, bypassing the worst of the Shadow Curse.
The Underdark is my home. Better to take that route than risk this curse.
Anything is preferable to risking the Shadow Curse. I would like to join your camp, if you'll allow me. I can offer my skills, my counsel. I've long sought to return to Moonrise Towers. Unfinished business. It seems our fates have aligned.
What about the Grove?
I've chosen a successor as first druid, Francesca of the High Forest. A bird's already been dispatched to summon her.
I'll trust your judgment.
I'm glad you approve. I do not truly care if you approve, but I am glad. The Grove needs to move beyond the mistakes of the past. What it needs is an unknown quantity. An outsider who can enforce the Oakfather's teachings without bias. This is why I chose Francesca. She will restore simplicity and purity to the Grove in my absence.
Won't this cause resentment?
Resentment will spring up like mushrooms no matter what I do. You cannot please everyone, and you'd be a fool to try. Now, we've quite the journey ahead. Best get started. I advise you start in the Temple of Selûne. If you find the Dark Justiciar's hidden entrance, it could lead you all the way to Moonrise.
Sounds like the Grove will be in good hands then. We should get going.
Indeed. We've quite the journey ahead of us.
I wonder, though, if there's still going to be any kind of goblin presence in the temple, and if we would have to fight our way through to the entrance, or if we could just waltz on in. I also realized I need to figure out what her spell situation is. Okay, found the spell book. Huzzah! Okay, I'm just trying to understand how this works. Okay, so these are all of our options. And these are the ones that we have selected. Okay, so then how many of what can we cast at any point in time? Oh, we should get Bless. I mean, that's a good one. Oh, Sanctuary's a good one too.
To do.
Alright, let's get out of here and I guess find out if we can just casually walk back into the Underdark. I'm like thoroughly confused by this whole grove situation. Oh, someone wants to talk.
All these telltale signs of dark justicias that we've been seeing. I'm having a hard time believing they're a coincidence.
It could be nothing or the same. Lands like these must have seen all sorts throughout the years.
Still, there may be more to it. I need to keep alert, in case that suspicion amounts to anything.
Alright, you do you, boo. I'm assuming our tiefling friend didn't survive, who was the mechanic. I mean, even if he did survive, he'd be gone by now, wouldn't he? I don't know. Yeah, he's definitely not here, I don't think. Alright, let's just see what happens if we fast travel back to the temple. Oh, Keka! Korka, sorry.
Seems like a good moment to talk.
This is only the beginning. An army soon crosses the coast. Halsin's cancelled the rite. The brood is exposed. And we've you to thank. Sylvanas have pity.
Did she want me to let the grove get destroyed? I'm confused. I don't really understand how any of that works. I'm gonna have to, like, read a walkthrough and just kind of learn it all in retrospect. I'm thoroughly confused by this situation. I know I didn't handle it very well, but at the end of the day, we won. Well, I won. Someone's happy with me. Most people aren't, but like, whatevs, Trevs. Like Halsin said, you can't please everyone. Yeah, okay. That's kind of what I thought.